Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the Luna Geeks Out channel. It's been a little while since we've done anything. I had my last video uploaded for a week, and just for whatever reason didn't have it go live. I knew it was there, I didn't forget about it, I just never actually sent it out. I do not know why, but that delayed me quite a bit, but finally got that done, finally checking out a new thing, and it is going to be fantastic. Today we are checking out the Sub-Orbital Blues by Rivers of Nihil. This is a fantastic band if y'all have not heard them before. They're sort of a tech death, prog death, melodeath blend that is just such a tight sound, you know, and it's some incredible stuff. I absolutely love their album, Where Owls Know My Name. I've heard a couple tracks off of their most recent album, and then I forget the name of the album, but I have listened to the album that came out before Where Owls Know My Name. It's just been a while, but the stuff I've heard from them has been incredible. They've got a new vocalist in this track, so I'm a little wary about it because it is a new guy. There's going to be that period of getting into the change and everything. But I've heard a lot of good stuff about his place here, so I fully expect to enjoy this and am very excited to see what it will be like. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Ooh, nice vocals right there, sort of choir kind of sound. Blends really well with the guitar. That is some good atmosphere. Oh, clean vocals! Oh, that was fantastic right there. Ooh, slow section. Those whispered vocals are really nice. Sweet guitar solo as well. Picking up a little bit of that sort of blues sound. Okay, interesting into this. Just a bunch of digital noise taking over the music, which actually works really well for the sort of theming of the song. Okay. Yeah, that... It's gonna take some getting used to this new lineup. I really like that old lineup. And, it's a different sound that I'm picking up here than the stuff that I really liked. But that was good. I'm not sure how much it feels like Rivers of Nihil, but man, that was some good music. Still that top. Well, I'll go into that in the review portion. But yeah, no, that was incredible for sure. Now, before we hop into the review portion, of course, we need to talk about the lyrics. And disclaimer, I am not... these lyrics are not clicking with me. I have some ideas, and I'll present them, but understand that I am very much BSing my way through this one today. So, if this sounds a bit disjointed or anything, I do apologize for that. I can't really do too much to make these lyrics make more sense to me at the moment. But, anyways, let's just start going through it. Can you see it? Believe me that our dreams will orbit the Earth forever. So we start off with this idea of dreams, and it could be literal dreams of thoughts within our heads, but also perhaps hopes and aspirations even orbiting the Earth instead. My heroes left me here in 1917, I fear. Unsure if there's a specific reference with 1917. It, of course, calls to mind World War I, and of course ties into the second, or the spot following this up, to ponder and perform the religion of dogs of war. I don't know if there's any specific thing that happened in 1917 that's being referred to here. Perhaps some story they're taking influence from, or something along those lines. Perhaps it is America joining World War I, something along those lines. I'm unsure. But it does call it to mind, again, that idea of war and the, destruction of that, and also the religion of dogs of war. So the way that folks get caught up in warfare and everything, the sense of duty and everything that comes with it. So a few different ideas wrapped up in there. But I can only lift that cup long enough to fill my mouth. Unsure what to say there, to be completely honest. We'll suffer and scorn. Another 800 billion suckers born, so more people brought into this world just to suffer further. And it ain't lost on me, that code is all I'm gonna be, but our dreams will orbit the Earth forever. And here we go, that code is all I'm going to be. We get a bit of an idea of what I think is happening in this song, somewhat supported by these sort of digital effects within the video, that perhaps the world is being torn apart by any number of things I will expand upon in a bit. And so humanity has perhaps uploaded their consciousnesses, their collective they've uploaded their minds to, like, satellites and sent them up into space so they can live forever amongst the stars orbiting the Earth and not have to deal with this anymore. A version of them can continue on. Yeah, I got them bad, got them Sub-Orbital Blues, baby. Now, I had to look this up, but suborbital, fairly obvious from the word, but it is an incomplete orbit, essentially. It is something that fails to reach escape velocity. It is not going to complete on rotation. It falls short of what is needed for an orbit. So, what we see here is them Sub-Orbital Blues is... Of course, it ties to that idea of dreams will orbit the Earth forever. The narrator of the song is not going to be going there. But beyond that, the very basic idea of it is a lack of possibility for escape, which is some powerful stuff right there for sure. Existence is oh so temporary. I've got my feet on the ground. We've all been waiting to escape this world. So, existence is also temporary. The idea that our days are numbered and everything's part of the reason why people seem to be trying to escape what is reality here. Waiting to escape this world ties back to the idea of orbit, suborbital, the idea I talked about there. This obsession will digitize perceptions. Save us, we live forever. Save me from that hole in the ground. So digitize perceptions, again, the idea of being digitized. we live forever in that form. Save me from that hole in the ground, the grave, wanting to be saved from death. But now I'm light as a feather, just ones and zeros, they're code, they're binary. Is this heaven? I don't feel, I don't think, so it's just existence, just endless existence with nothing. Just want St. Peter to let me in, so that hope for that salvation that they're not achieving throughout this. So a bit of a warning here. Because my sea is a black sea, and the air is trying to kill me, oh God, save me. I don't believe this reference to, like, the real Black Sea. Instead, the idea that the sea is, toxic, in a sense, right? Calls to mind, like, it's flooded with oil and tar and stuff like that, and the air is trying to kill me. So we get an idea of pollution and everything. So, again, ties to this idea of the world being torn apart through warfare, through pollution, so on and so forth. Now, they're dragging out the bodies to dig their holes in the ground again. And everything we saw there, throw your children to the sky, see the widowed mothers crying again, so the women have lost their husbands, and now they're going to lose their children to this digitization, I can assume. Tell me, what will you do? Yeah, have you heard the news? I don't think we're gonna make it, because the government is coming for you. So the idea that, you know, the government has kind of led to all of this, perhaps through legislation and a lack of care, that they're mainly responsible for the world falling apart, and also for this digitization, perhaps. Do you see it? Believe in it. Launch me into orbit. Our dreams will orbit the Earth forever. Nothing much new to say there. The dead, they speak to me. Told me you can't break free. So perhaps an idea of those who are digitized being the ghosts or something like that. That they're trapped within that form now. But they don't see what I've seen, so tell them how it's going to be. Perhaps it's also the literal dead speaking. You know, they died before the world got to this point, so the narrator, is saying, well, they haven't experienced what I have, and then we have the chorus once again, nothing new to say there. This is a confusing song, because I think there is this specific story here of sort of the digitization of the human consciousness, and the hope that comes with that, but also the fact that it is trapped in just this existence. The idea of, is it really you? Something that was covered in, I believe it was Soma was the game that had a similar idea of digitizing the human brain, the human mind, to achieve immortality in the wake of disaster. We have these ideas of the world falling apart, different things that lead to that, just general philosophical stuff that we've come to expect from them, but right now I don't necessarily know what's going on here. If this is a lead single off of an album, I think once we get the album, it will be a bit more apparent, because their albums in the past, at least the ones I've seen, have had some sort of story going on where there's not like a specific narrative we're seeing, but there's a broader story that we're seeing the lyrics themed around. So we have this specific story, and the songs aren't necessarily telling that story, but they're expressing the idea of that story. So I think if this is part of an album, as more tracks come out, we will get a much deeper idea of what's actually going on here, get more of an idea of the story. Right now, this is just some nice sort of science fiction world-building kind of stuff that I think is really cool. I don't have much more to say on it at all, but it is really interesting, and I would love to hear what y'all have to say on it, what y'all think this song may be about. If there's anything I missed, if there's anything that I got wrong, please let me know down in the comments. But I am out of things to say on the lyrics, so let's give the song itself a review. And starting off with the vocals, those were very good. We had the clean vocals, which were really, really nice. And then the harsh vocals, which were, they were heavy. They had that raw emotion in them. I really liked them. I still prefer the prior lineup. I thought the vocals were, again, just a little tighter. There's a different quality to them that I don't know what word to use, but I slightly preferred those older vocals, but these are going to grow on me. I really liked them. It is different from what I'm used to from this band, and so I do need to adjust to it. But no, vocals in this were fantastic. I thought the general blend we had between the harsh vocals and the clean vocals was amazing. Worked so well here. Loved the vocals in this. The guitar was incredible. We had just some really heavy riffs, which were great. Those absolutely loved those. The guitar solo, that was incredible. That really took in a bit of that sort of blues kind of sound, that and the bass as well, which I'll talk about in a moment, which I really liked. But just in general, the guitar was nice, and it's such a good tone. It was heavy, it was harsh, but it didn't feel overwhelming. It didn't feel like that sort of trend we're seeing these days, where it's tuned really low. I really like that sound, but it's tuned really low, and it becomes this wall of sound. It was... the heaviness had more of a punch to it, if that makes any sense. So loved that. The bass was fantastic. Great tone to it. A couple of moments where it really shone forth, especially right at the start of the guitar solo. It really stood out for a moment. Bass in this was fantastic. And again, had a little bit of that kind of blues sound. Not particularly strong, but same thing with the guitar. It picked up on a little bit of it, and it worked really well. And then the drums, those were great. Those are great. Didn't sound to me quite as much as they have in the past with this band, but, you know, they were really, really good. And finally, there's some just electronic sounds, some digital noise, essentially. I liked that. Good extra bit of texture in the music, fit into the story being told, so that was really nice. On the whole, like I said, this doesn't quite feel like Rivers of Nihil to me, just because I am used to that older sound. I'm going to have to get used to this. But this was incredible. This was incredible. It feels new, it feels different, and I am going to have to get used to the change, but I'm really hopeful for what's to come with this new lineup as well. I think if they're able to bring in some new stuff, but also keep what was really special about that older lineup and about that older sound, then I think it's going to be just about perfect. And yeah, I am very hopeful for what's to come in the future off of this sample right here. So yeah, great stuff, and cannot wait to see what comes next. But I am out of things to say on the song, so y'all know the drill. It's time to figure out what we will be checking out next time. Up to 65, mainly because I took a while to get around to this. But yeah, very excited to see what we'll get, so let's give it a spin and see what gets sent our way for next time. A couple things I'm really hoping for, but I think I'll be happy with whatever we get. GS2, Guitaric Spin, great group right there, great band right there. That's a live performance from them. A lot of folks have been pushing me to check out some live stuff from them, so glad that we're getting to that pretty early on in my journey through their music. Yeah, Guitaric Spin, super cool band. They're rock, but I don't know what to specifically describe them as. They're kind of like Sleep Token, where they kind of just do whatever with their music, from my understanding. Like, the track I've heard from them has, like, it's got funk vibes, it's got pop, it's got some punk stuff, it's got just more straightforward rock, so on and so forth. It just kind of goes all over the place and sounds incredible. And for all the different sounds they bring in, you wouldn't think it would be just as tight as it is, but it is, and it's incredible, and cannot wait to check them out live. I've heard some great stuff. So yeah, that'll be a fun follow-up right there. But I am out of things to say, so that is going to do it for the video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below with your thoughts of the track, any feedback or criticism, or anything you want me to react to. In the description, link to the music videos, you can go check it out, support the artist, link to my rock and metal reactions playlist, so you can check out some similar content from me, and then links to my Discord server, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify playlist of all the songs I've reacted to, at least the ones up on Spotify, and my link tree, which has all my other stuff in it in case any of that interests y'all. Anyways, like I said, that's going to do it. So once again, thank y'all for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.